Oh, he woke up. Somebody's in my filming spot. Somebody is making it so I can't film, but he looks so cute I don't want to move him. Good morning, Zuko. It's time to film a video. Oh, okay, we'll wait. Good night. Okay, we'll just have to sit really close to the camera so Zuko can sleep on the chair behind me. Hi, I'm Kay Spivey, and this is about the halfway point for NaNoWriMo. I think I said I might end up doing some kind of like a vlog for NaNoWriMo, but I ended up doing that. The only thing I've filmed so far is this. Is day 3 of NaNoWriMo, and it turns out drinking does not solve all your problems. Drinking just makes it really difficult to get any writing done, but I've almost finished my glass of wine, and I only have to do, well, I got really far ahead yesterday, so I only have to do like 200 more words, but I was gonna do 2,000 words, but I drank too much wine, so I'm gonna get the 200. I don't really think this is gonna be a good blog if this is the first thing I say. Sorry, future me. There's no vlogs for days 1 and 2. The one clip does not a vlog make. So I thought I'd just sit down and do like a halfway point catch up and let you know how NaNoWriMo was going for me. I think first things first, we're just gonna get out of the way the things that have been bugging me about the NaNoWriMo website. We'll just start negative and then we can end on a happy note. That sounds good, right? Number one thing with the website is that the goal tracker has been really buggy. I had like 3 days in a row where every time I'd go to type in the number for how many, because I was doing the like total word count thing, because that's how I've always done it, so that's the way I wanted to do it. I had like 3 days in a row where every time I went to type in the number, it wasn't, the number that was in there was not the number that I had previously put in there, but just a totally random number. So every time I checked in, there was just like a random number, and it didn't seem to affect my graph or anything. Like, and it would let me update to the correct number. So it wasn't like a huge problem, but it was really annoying. So that was not fun. And now today, every time I go to put in my word count, the number is 0. It's really annoying. It's a bit frustrating. It's all the extra stuff they have on that page is just like useless. Like, you put in any word count and then the little thing that's like how many words you have left to write for the day goes down to 0. I'll put in like 20 words and it's like, oh, you have 0 left to write for the day. I'm like, I am really far behind, so the number's not 0. I know it's all bugs that they'll be working out, but like, whatever happened to beta testing your website before you launch it? Like, they probably should have beta tested back in July for Camp NaNoWriMo, knowing that a lot fewer people do Camp NaNoWriMo than do NaNoWriMo. I think that was the most annoying thing. I've completely avoided the forums. They were too big of a headache, and I just completely avoided them. I still hate, that's maybe my biggest peeve, is I hate that you can't go to your buddy page and then see how everyone's doing. Like, I thrived off of that leaderboard. And it's gone now, so I don't even know how my friends are doing, and I don't know. That kind of sucks. I feel like that was part of the thing I liked about the website, and it's gone now. I did find out, but by complaining on Twitter, people finally reached out to me, and it does turn out like there is a way to get back all your old buddies, like basically going to the retro site and getting them over from there, so like they're not completely lost forever. But anyway, let's go talk about my progress for the month. So I'm doing pretty good at keeping up. Right now, as of like right now, I'm caught up for today. Thank goodness. I haven't been doing much keeping ahead. I kind of like slip behind, then on my days off, I catch back up. I'm doing one of those, which is working for me just fine. I'm keeping up with the word count. It's going great. The one thing I want to like gush about is I have been writing circuit for so many years now, like in various variations. Like, I've written the second book, like everything has been so circuit centric for so long, and there's been like a lot of revisions. I've done rewrites for NaNoWriMo so many years in a row. Even last year, it was a rewrite of a previous novel I had written that's still tied into the circuit universe. Like, everything has been so circuit centric for so long. And now I'm doing something that's in a completely different genre, completely different characters, nothing to do with circuit. And it's like, it's really refreshing. It's reminding me about what it is that I love about writing which it turns out is not revision. I don't like revision that much. Revision is such a headache for me. Like, yeah, I like the end result of revising, and like I had a really good system going, but I like writing. I like the like discovery writing. I think Alexa Dunn might be who calls it the discovery writing. Like that's her style, where she like knows where she's going, but she's kind of pantsing it. I went for that route this year because I didn't have the energy in October to do any kind of planning, so I just didn't. I just went for it. I'm just writing this story, and let me tell you, it is so much fun. I'm having such a great time writing this because who knows what happens next? It doesn't matter. I had my character, I had so I talked about this in my brainstorm, and I went for it. I really went for it. I loved everyone's comments, by the way, to like go off on another tangent. Loved your guys' comments. Some of them were so helpful, but I still decided to go with, at least for the first write, just letting the boy come out of the painting during the full moon, although he gets to observe during every moon. That might be something I change in the future because it's already been like 3 months and I'm just now having him like meet face to face the love interest, so that might be too slow. I do think with this format it's turning out I need to switch perspectives, which I did a scene of switching perspectives and had a really good time with it, but the most fun I had with it was the sister takes the thief, he comes out of the painting and she's like, I see you. She took him on like a joyride around town and bought him McDonald's, and like describing this guy from like back like 400 years ago eating McDonald's was a blast to write. I had so much fun writing that. Like, he hated it because it's salty, because in America our food is very, very salty. If you happen to have ever spent a lot of time in another country, or you happen to have been from another country and come here, like our food is really salty. I spent only 3 months, I think was the semester, in England, and I had horrific salt cravings. I used to get fish and chips and just like douse it in salt. And I was like, why? I don't feel like it's salty. Like I feel like I need it. And it turns out they don't salt their food the way we salt it. And I have a friend who moved here from Korea, and she said that was one, she couldn't eat a lot of the food when she first came over because it was just so salty, she couldn't handle it. And so I used that. Thank you, all of this experience and all of these people, for telling me. So I had a really good time writing that scene. It was so much fun. But because there's no kind of formula, there's no path, I'm just like, well, what would happen next? Which unfortunately is meaning that their meeting keeps getting pushed back and back and back because my writer brain just doesn't want to get to the banging. No, but really, what I'm noticing is I don't read a lot of romance, so I don't actually know where all of the plot beats in romance kind of go. So I'm writing it a little bit more like how I would do a fantasy story, like building the scene. And maybe that's better, maybe that's really good, but I think before I revise I need to read some like serious romance just to like get an idea of like the scope of how those books are supposed to work. So that's been a lot of fun. I'm having a really good time with this. It's fun to kind of describe things, and then I can go back and like describe what his past life was like, and I can do a lot of dream sequences because he's stuck in the painting, and so I've been having a good time with it, which is great because we're at the halfway point for NaNoWriMo, and I'm still really enjoying this story and still finding new things to write. I don't know when it's gonna end. I have no idea how the ending is gonna go, but it's still a really good time. I got my inspiration sent over to me by my parents. Actually, it was really funny because I asked them to send me some manga, and I said the ones that I wanted were my Nana collection and my Dean Angel collection, and they sent me all of my Nana. I'll just insert a picture of what they sent the first time. They sent all of Nana, and I have like everything. I have the entire Nana collection. So they sent that, and then they sent volumes 4 and 9 of Dean Angel. I just thought it was really funny. I'm not making fun of them, like they just sent me what they could find in the box because all my manga I guess got all mixed up when they started moving stuff around. So eventually I had them send me the first, so now I have 1 through 6 with me, and 9, and then the rest of them are still at home. And apparently there's new ones coming out. By the way, big announcement, there's new Dean Angel out there in the world from when I stopped back in like the first hiatus, which would have been like 2008 or something. I don't remember. But I guess she's starting up again. Like, I'm so excited because this was my favorite series, and it is very tropey. My very, very worn out collections, like this one might need like I might just need a new first collection because the cover's gonna fall off of this one. It's barely hanging on. I've read it so many times. Be an Angel. I have a really beautiful picture I took of them earlier. If you follow me on Instagram, I was very proud of the picture I took. But yeah, I've got my Dean Angels with their like super worn spines. You can tell how much I love them by how dog-eared the corners are. Yeah, it's pretty sad. Those are not collector's editions. These are very, very well-read editions that used to come to me at school in my backpack. So I reread those ones for some inspiration. So there's some extra thiefy, wingy goodness going on in the novel. It's really, really fun. Anyway, if you haven't read Dean Angel, it is very tropey. It's very like... It has some problematic stuff. I'm just gonna say that there are some problematic things. Some of it is like, it's a bit older and some of these things were like common tropes. The writing in the first one is very like quick paced, very tropey. It starts to get into the story more. The one thing though is I had remembered kind of reading too far into, especially like Satoshi and Daisuke's relationship, but rereading it again, I was super right. Like, Satoshi is super gay for Daisuke. And I knew that, but then I was like, they're gonna try and have Satoshi like fall for Risa or something. Like, no, it's like really clear. Like, I wasn't just imagining this as like a horny teenager. Like, is really good. I am really excited that there's new ones coming out. So I'm gonna finish my novel, which it doesn't have that much to do with it. It's like inspiration in the way that like eating was inspiration for the movie Julie and Julia. I don't know why that's relevant. What was the word count today? It was like 26,637. I think I'm like 26,700 something today. I'm probably gonna write some more as well. Things are going great, by the way. That was what this was supposed to be about, and this turned into like wild tangents, but you know, it's... Oh, that was the other thing. Okay, back on another tangent. NaNoWriMo usually like emails out pep talks, and instead they were emailing out like, what you missed this week? And I was like, I didn't miss anything. I was literally on your platform. And they're like, oh, well, when I went into the settings to find out, they're like, oh, we haven't seen you in 10 minutes or something. I was like, 10 minutes? But I always have it even open on the screen, and they were sending me like, what you missed today. I was like, I'm not even following any of these forms, so I turned that off. But maybe that turned off, like, I'm not getting the pep talks sent to me. Or maybe they're not sending out the pep talks. So I finally went in and found out that they did have pep talks. I've only read the Anne Lamott one so far. And that was really, it was good. If you haven't gone in and read it, it's really good. I really enjoyed it. I'm sure the other ones are great too. I just haven't read them yet, but I will. Just a reminder for you, I also put pep talks out because I wasn't sure we could count on NaNoWriMo to put them out in a, you know, enough of them. So I have pep talks going on my blog all month long. The third one would have went up at the time of this filming, actually. Well, not at the time. I have them posted really early because WordPress is in a weird time zone for me, so figuring out what time to pre-post has been very confusing. Those are going out, so keep up with the pep talks if you need them. They're mostly for like me to remind me of like how to keep on track, but they're for you too, so enjoy. But yeah, I'm really glad I went with this story. I'm really glad I like designed the picture, the painting. So here, someone mentioned they had a specific one of someone on a cliff. And I looked up that painting and I really liked it. If you're the person who recommended that, I really, really liked it. So I took that idea. I took some very Dean Angel-y inspiration and I crafted this idea where you can like just barely see the silhouette of this guy and the moon is very, very bright and he's reaching for it and you can see that with his hand, but there are giant black wings kind of swooping down, like partially obscuring him, and he's standing on a cliff. So it's like the moon and the cliff and the giant black wings and like just barely kind of a hand reaching, like it's almost catching the moon. That's what the painting is gonna look like. Well, it is what it looks like. I've described it like 5 times now because every time I get kind of stuck, I describe the painting again, or I go into a horny dream sequence. Turns out that is the key to NaNoWriMo. If you're writing romance, and you get stuck, you just go into a horny dream sequence. It is working phenomenally. The story is also like really focusing on Moonlight Sonata, so I keep listening to Moonlight Sonata. It turns out that song can be very, very long. There's a lot of pieces to that song and I'd only ever heard like one of them before, so learning a lot about that particular piece of music, which has been very nice. I guess there's not that much else to update. I am playing a lot of Fire Emblem, and between all the typing in the Fire Emblem, my wrists are in a struggle zone, so I'm trying to remember all of my like posture things, and I'm trying to like let myself take painkillers when I need them. I'm not trying to limit my Fire Emblem playing time though. I should be, but I'm not. I think once I've played all the routes, I'm gonna go through and like talk about like what route you should start on and things like that. But I'm starting to suspect I started on the correct route for me. Golden Deer is a really good, yeah, I'm just doing it right now. So far, Golden Deer is like the right route to start on if you've played Fire Emblem before, because you get all the information. Apparently you don't get that kind of information if you go with the Blue Lions. I am starting to suspect, I haven't played Blue Lions yet. I'm suspecting that Blue Lions is the best one to start on if you have not played any Fire Emblem before, because it seems a little more streamlined and they have all the power characters. I continuously am sniping characters from their team to join my team, so I think I like that team best. I just keep getting them, and Ash had the most romantic marriage. Claude did not. Claude was not worth me playing through the whole last chapter again so that I could marry him to see what the... No, that was terrible. Don't marry Claude. What a loser. But Ash was very, very sweet. It was so cute. I was worth it. This time I'm playing through as a male character, and I'm playing Lady Edelgard's route, Black Eagles, and I took the Crimson Flower route. If you've played, you know that means I went for the bad guys. We'll see. It's completely different though. That's really what I was going for. I wanted the most different route. It is like night and day. Like Dimitri is living his best life. We're about to go and curb stomp him, but he is living his best life of all the routes so far. Apparently if you take Blue Lions or Golden Deer, Dimitri's not doing well. Dimitri was really not doing well when I took Golden Deer. Apparently it's not much better if you take Blue Lions. He is thriving on the Black Eagles route, so good for him. Fire Emblem is like consuming my life, but the writing is going well. Hopefully it's going well for you too. What other things have I been up to? I've been learning how to make really good pie crust, but then I like made a terrible quiche. You know, I've been having that kind of thing. I'm doing a lot of like baking recently, but it's getting cold, and for me, I like baking when it's getting cold, so we've been doing that. I have sweaters for the cats that are really cute. When we get closer to Christmas, we're gonna have some cat sweater footage, but for now, like, Zuko's sleeping back here, so we're not gonna put them in sweaters. But anyway, thanks for watching. I know I haven't really posted that much, and this wasn't a really good update. I'm just like, yeah, I'm doing well. Here's what I talk about Fire Emblem. Oh man, I want to talk about Fire Emblem so much. My husband doesn't play Fire Emblem. The friend I have that plays it, we're on different routes right now, and you know, I just want to gush all the time. Oh, it's such a good game. Anyway, I don't know. I just keep rambling on. Okay, that is all for now. Don't expect more vlogginess out of me for this month, because clearly my time is like being very well spent with the writing and all the Fire Emblem. Alright, well, hopefully in December I'll kind of get back into normal videos. I think I'm like ready to. I'm ready to jump in. I've had a lot of new followers, like, hi! Glad you found me! There's gonna be more stuff like this and a lot less structured stuff probably, but we'll see. We'll see if I'll get back into some of the more structured things later. I'm just procrastinating at this point. Okay, this is it. Go back to writing. Read my blog. Bye!